If you're someone who feels deeply, who instinctively puts other people's needs before your own, who always tries to see the good in people even when the evidence says otherwise, then you need to hear this. You are the exact person a narcissist is looking for. And it's not a coincidence, it's a strategy. The narcissist-empath dynamic is one of the most studied patterns in relationship psychology, and once you understand why it happens, you'll finally stop blaming yourself for falling into it. Let's start with what a narcissist actually needs. Beneath all the confidence and control, a narcissist runs on something called narcissistic supply. That's the constant flow of attention, admiration, emotional energy, and validation that they need from other people to maintain their sense of self. Without it, they collapse. They need someone who will keep giving no matter how much is taken. Energy, forgiveness, loyalty. Now think about what an empath does naturally. You listen without being asked. You forgive things that shouldn't be forgiven. You see pain behind bad behavior and you try to heal it. You give people the benefit of the doubt long after they've spent all their credibility. You feel responsible for other people's emotions. That's not a flaw. In most relationships, those qualities make you an incredible partner, friend, and human being. But to a narcissist, those qualities make you a perfect target. Here's exactly how the cycle works, step by step. Stage 1 is love bombing. The narcissist identifies the empath and mirrors them perfectly. They become exactly the person you've been looking for. They listen intently. They share deep emotions. They make you feel seen and understood in a way nobody else has. This isn't love. It's data collection. They're learning what you need so they can use it later. For the empath, this stage feels like a soul connection. You think you finally found someone who understands you on your level, and that belief is what hooks you. Stage 2 is devaluation. Once the narcissist feels secure that you're emotionally invested, the mask starts to slip. The warmth becomes inconsistent. Criticism creeps in. The same sensitivity they once admired becomes something they mock. You start hearing things like, "You're too emotional," or "You take everything too personally." Now, here's the key. A normal person would pull back at this point, but the empath does the opposite. The empath sees the narcissist's withdrawal as pain, not manipulation. You think, "They must be hurting. I need to try harder. I need to love them more. I need to fix this." That impulse to heal is exactly what the narcissist is counting on. Stage 3, the cycle locks in. The narcissist alternates between warmth and coldness, between love bombing and devaluation, and the empath gets trapped in a loop of trying to get back to how things were in the beginning. You keep chasing that initial connection, believing that if you just love hard enough, you'll get it back. But that initial version of the narcissist was never real. It was constructed specifically to hook you. You're chasing a ghost. So, why does the empath stay? This is the part that most people don't understand, and it's the part that matters most. It's not stupidity, it's not weakness, it's wiring. Empaths are neurologically different. Research on mirror neuron activity shows that highly empathic people literally feel other people's emotions in their own nervous system. When a narcissist expresses pain, even if that pain is manufactured, the empath experiences it as real and feels compelled to fix it. On top of that, many empaths grew up in environments where they learned that love was conditional, that it had to be earned through caretaking, through being useful, through putting someone else's needs first. That childhood pattern made you extraordinarily good at loving difficult people, but it also made you blind to the difference between someone who needs your help and someone who's exploiting your help. Here's what you need to understand. Your empathy is not the problem. The problem is that you haven't been taught where to put boundaries around it. Empathy without boundaries is self-destruction. Empathy with boundaries is a superpower. The difference is learning to distinguish between someone who is genuinely struggling and someone who has learned that your compassion is an unlocked door. If you're an empath who keeps ending up in these dynamics, here's what needs to change. It's not about becoming less caring. It's about becoming more selective. Start paying attention to reciprocity. In any healthy relationship, the flow of energy goes both ways. If you're always the one listening, adjusting, forgiving, and giving, and the other person is always the one taking, that's not a relationship. That's a supply line. Learn to sit with someone's discomfort without feeling responsible for fixing it. That urge to heal everyone is the exact button a narcissist pushes. You can acknowledge someone's pain without making it your project. And most importantly, learn to trust the pattern over the promise. A narcissist will always promise change. They'll have the perfect words at the perfect time. But the pattern tells the truth. Watch what they do consistently over months, not what they say in one emotional conversation. Your capacity to feel deeply is rare and valuable. Protect it by giving it only to people who treat it with the same care you give to theirs. Follow for more on these topics and how to break the cycle for good.